The next step after arithmetic expansions is what is called process substitution. This is very useful in more advanced scripts when you use arrays or loops. Process substitution basically means to reference the output of a process as a file. You've probably heard that in Linux everything is a file, so the output of any process can be internally represented as a file too. And with process substitution, you can feed the output of a process or processes into the standard output of another process. For example, the construct less than and the command between parentheses means that the command ls in this case is run and the output of the process that is created will appear as a file. This is the file and I can use it as input for another command like this. Echo and the process substitution. It printed out the file name. Or cat and the process substitution. I'm printing out the contents of the file, so the output of the command. Note that there's no space between the less than and the parentheses. This is not permitted. A space there would give an error message. Let's see another example. I want to use process substitution to compare the contents of two directories, to see which file names are in one but not in the other. I'm creating two directories, mkdir, dir1 and dir2. And I'll create two files in each directory. So touch dir1a, dir1b, dir2a, and dir2c. I'm listing the contents of both directories. dir1 contains a and b, and dir2 contains a and c. And now the command that will use process substitution to compare the contents of the directories. Diff is the command, and I'll give it two process substitutions as arguments. ls dir1 and the second one ls dir2. And it showed the differences. B and C are the files that don't exist in the directories. I know that it seems a bit complicated and I don't want you to focus too much on this. I introduced process substitution now because it's the next step in the shell expansions after arithmetic expansion and before word splitting. We'll see many other examples with process substitution later in the course.